Some moves end matches, others end careers, and every finisher in WWE is drilled hundreds of times before it ever lands on live TV. But sometimes one wrong angle, one bad landing, one split second of mistimed trust between two athletes, and a finishing move stops being entertainment and becomes a real emergency. So today we're counting down the 5 most dangerous finishing moves in WWE history. Moves that hospitalized the people who took them, moves that ended careers, and one move so risky it's basically been phased out of the company altogether. And stick around to the end because number 1 is the move that broke Stone Cold Steve Austin's neck live on pay-per-view. So let's get into it. Starting at number 5, the Swanton Bomb. Jeff Hardy's signature was one of the most exciting finishers of the Attitude Era and beyond. A backflip off the top rope crashing down onto an opponent's chest with full body weight. And here's the problem. There's no way to soften that landing. Every single time Hardy hit it, he absorbed the same brutal shock to his knees, his back, and his ribs that his opponent did. And years of throwing this move are a big part of why Hardy's body broke down so early, with multiple back surgeries and knee damage along the way, because it looked beautiful on camera while it was quietly wrecking his body in real time. At number 4, the diving headbutt. This one's simple physics. You are launching your skull head first at another human being's chest from the top rope, and there is zero margin for error, which is why WWE has all but banned the move, because even a slightly mistimed headbutt can mean a concussion or worse, a neck injury, and several wrestlers over the years suffered serious head trauma performing or receiving this exact spot, making it one of the few finishers where the risk to the guy throwing it is just as severe as the risk to the guy taking it. At number 3, the spear. Edge's spear looked simple. Just a tackle, right, wrong, because a spear thrown at full speed means leading with your head and shoulder, slamming into another person's midsection again and again, match after match, for years. And that repeated impact is exactly what led to Edge's real-life cervical spinal stenosis diagnosis, a narrowing of the spinal canal that forced him into premature retirement in 2011, with doctors telling him that one more hard hit could leave him paralyzed. So the move that made him a legend is the same one that nearly cost him his ability to walk. At number 2, the Shooting Star Press. If you know wrestling history, you already know where this is going. WrestleMania 19, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle, where Lesnar attempted a shooting star press, a backflip senton off the top rope, and rotated short, landing directly on his head and neck and knocking himself out cold mid-match, then somehow finishing the bout on pure instinct before immediately collapsing backstage with a concussion. And replay footage of that landing is genuinely hard to watch, which is why WWE quietly discouraged the move for years afterward. And at number 1, the pile driver. This is the move that started this entire conversation about banned finishers in professional wrestling. Because in 1997, Owen Hart performed a pile driver on Stone Cold Steve Austin. The execution went wrong. Austin landed awkwardly on the crown of his head, and he genuinely broke his neck in that ring, finishing the match on adrenaline and instinct even though he was never the same physically again. And that injury shortened the rest of his in-ring career, because the pile driver requires near-perfect trust and timing between two performers, since the person taking it is being dropped almost vertically onto their head with another person's full body weight behind it. And after Austin's injury, WWE restricted the move heavily, making it one of the most tightly controlled spots in the entire industry to this day. These moves didn't just make highlight reels, they reshaped careers, ended them, and in some cases nearly cost performers their lives. And that's the real risk hiding underneath the entertainment. So which one of these surprised you the most? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into wrestling history, hit subscribe because this is just the beginning.